Right, ladies and gents, what's up, what's up, what's up? It's your favorite Asian robot right here. Hey. Yo, I gotta do a little bit of freestyling. Yo, I gotta do a little bit of freestyling. Here I am on the opening beat, man. I gotta do my own music for the fam, man. I'm so ready for this. I hope everybody is gonna roll, cause I'm gonna diss all the people that don't like me. It don't really matter who you are, G. I'm gonna break it down, cause that's what I do. And I hope everybody is ready, cause I'm gonna say a big screw you to the guys that don't like what I do. I'm always here to take everything from you. Oh. Morning, everybody. I hope you guys like a little bit of a freestyle. Enjoy the beat. I'm about to get the show started. Yo, what's up, ladies and gents? I hope everybody's having a very good morning. All right, I am so ready right now. It is time to get into this. All right, now today I'm gonna be playing out the GUN PSYKER, but I'm using 12Tables build, only with one slight little difference, is that I'm choosing a different perk to what he's choosing. Only for one talent, but that's only because I am not good with that particular talent. Other than that, I intend to more or less test everything fully the same way that he did, and we're gonna go with that. What's up, 12Tables? Hey, good to see you. The only perk I'm not gonna use is the cerebral lacerations, just because I am not so into that. It's mostly for boss killing, but I want to see how I feel with the usual psychic communion first. But other than that, yeah, now I'm gonna be trying out the GUN PSYKER and rolling with that. Time to have some fun. I hope you're having a good time this morning. It has been a very good day for me because I woke up to like 17,000 subscribers. It was a little crazy. Now, first goal of the stream is 10 likes, so I'm gonna try and get there first and do my thing rolling. I've also seen a recent community post, which I think has been really good, so I'm looking forward to it. I am looking forward to it. Okay. Wow, why is it taking so long to load in? The hell? This is an odd one. It's never taken me this long to load. I even logged in this morning. Sus. Yeah, that's what I thought, okay? Now I'm gonna change one of my video settings. I'm gonna try turning off depth of field, just because I want to be able to snipe better, or so people said. Let's test out that change as well.
How may this humble unit assist you?
Yeah, I know. Which is why, what's up, Solex? However, I'm gonna test it without it. I want to see how far I can make it with this, and then later on I'll test this, because all non-warp sources. The thing is, right? Yeah, I will give it a try if I can maintain the warp charges. True. But like I said, I want to test it for my playstyle. I enjoy playing both the Zealot and Psyker, Elijah. So yeah. That's the thing, see, I'm a bit different because I use my brain burst for specials. Of course, might be a little bit different at the higher tier difficulties, but again, I want to see how I feel. I want to see how I feel about it. Oh no, I'm not worried on the peril resistance. I was just checking why the description wasn't changing instantly, but yeah, the cerebral lacerations is the only one I'm going to alter because I cannot use it well for now. I want to also assess on a situation by situation basis. Not to say that your choice is wrong, obviously, you know, to each their own, but I want to taste and see whether or not a slightly different choice might make an impact for me. Okay. I gotta admit, Deflector is pretty fucking awesome. Yeah. Oh, mutant.
The foul creature is dead.
I swear, Deflector is too much fun, but it always makes me want to wander into the midst of my enemies.
Looks bad. Heal now.
But too bad, I cannot block snipers. If I could block snipers, I'd be pretty happy. Controlling snipers would be hilarious. I mean, technically both the gun and the sword can trigger brain burst. It's just that, you know, where I can, I would love to use the gun. I'm just going situate.
Hurry along now.
Come on, Mr. Psyker. Sono程度か。おいおいおい。Because for me, right, the only thing I'm thinking about right now is that Soul Blaze feat is nice, but it just doesn't offer me enough, like, usefulness.
How reassuring. Thank you.
The only thing that I'm like weary about is that for Soul Blaze to be useful, it needs to like have a lot of warp charges. What's a skeleton's favorite meal? I don't know, Fuzzy Bear, you tell me. But yeah, my Soul Blaze just doesn't feel useful. So I might switch to kinetic barrage so that I can maintain warp charges. That way I might use cerebral lacerations, because otherwise the communion becomes more important, you know? At least that's the way I feel about it. My mind could change on that, but yeah. With deflector, it feels so good. Okay, that Foxwalker decided to explode. Ribs, I love that joke. Good morning to you. I hope we get to 10 likes. It is good to see all of you in the morning. Now this is where the cerebral lacerations would have been very helpful. I can see the value. I think I might try it mostly for those situations. Because if I mag dump after, you're right, it would improve my DPS a lot. A worthy concern. But in that case, I might forsake the Soul Blaze because I'm not really having trouble with hordes. And I'd rather maintain more charges if I can. I might swap off the Soul Blaze for the kinetic barrage. I know, Alan, it's so annoying, yeah. Understandable, understandable. Because with Communion, I have more like anti-horde control, you know? At least that's how I feel. Yeah, I think for me, right, it's just that I don't like consuming my charges. But other than that, I can see some serious value, though. I don't know, I think I'll try with cerebral lacerations. It makes sense. It makes sense. You know what? I'm thinking about it. It makes sense. Because it works better with a team. You see? So you are right about that. I think I should be alright gaining charges without it. Yeah. Understandable. Hey, Professor. What's up? I'm trying to do the work of the Emperor, that's for sure. So I hope you will keep enjoying my stuff, that's all. Woo, scriptures. Show me that ugly grin, heretic.
Good. Ammunition.
Oh yeah.
Emperor, guide me. Please. Please.
Yes, beloved, it was angry, wasn't it? No more beauty.
Hey, thank you, Boog. It's good to see you.
Yes, beloved.
Yes, this is the Psyker life.
Prayers are answered.
I'm just trying to, like, for me right now, right? I think the cerebral lacerations has a lot of potential. But the soul blaze, yeah, I think I might swap that for the barrage. Just because I want a little bit of extra, like, speed on my brain burst, like, when I need it, you know? Because I can see the value in soul blaze. It's just like, right now, you know, gaining warp charges can be a bit harder than intended. Because depending on the situation, because I'm a rusher, and because I rush so often, it can sometimes be a bit harder for me to maintain the charges that I want. So that right now is my only concern. All right, see you later, Boogie. Oh.
Engaging war protocols. You are sorely wounded. The beauty is neutralized.
More species showing more demonic growth.
The trait that increases force weapon hits. Okay, I'll explain to you simply. As long as you're using a force weapon, it will trigger. So anything that's related to the staff or the sword, it'll trigger. So you don't have to worry about that. It works 100% with anything force weapon related, including your force sword. As long as it's got force in the name, it works. Because it's not based on the attack, it's based on the weapon. So meaning that as long as your weapon has force in it, that'll work.
One last nasty to take care.
Yes, that is essentially the case, but most players burst themselves with the surge staff, so you might want to be careful of that. That's the only thing that I'd say. Like, it's well worth being very careful of that, because if you go too ham, all right, you might end up blowing yourself up instead. You know, not very effective.
Thank you, sibling.
Good work. A simple restart and we're good to go.
Justice administered.
This is but a taste.
Not yet ordained your death freak.
Thank you. You've been practicing, haven't you, sibling?
My thanks.
I'm seeing the value in Soul Blaze.
Won't take much more. Stay back, stay back.
Excessive force authorized. Your skill is not proven.
I'll help, sibling.
As you see, Psykers tend to explode themselves when they're inexperienced. Roger that.
Notice.
I don't think it was a bug, to be honest, but that's just because I really know how to manage the Peril well. I never once had a problem with it. So I noticed that it's only the inexperienced Psykers that blow themselves up. Like, no offense, but that's really what happened. Like, I was able to use the Surge Staff with no problems while I was coming up with my builds and stuff. So I always felt like, you know,
Engaging
maybe players go a little too ham.
You've been practicing, haven't you, sibling?
Thank you, sibling.
I think it's time to kill you.
Forgive me. I have failed you.
Yeah. Like, for this one, I see the value.
Good work. You've saved a lot of lives.
I'm starting to get used to Soul Blaze right now.
Breathe again.
I don't stack wounds. I usually stack toughness and hit points. The reason is it just helps me survive more. Okay. Yeah, I know. Like, it didn't happen to me at all, though, Professor. So, I don't know. Maybe it was just like some people just went a bit too ham. But yeah, Curio-wise, I tend to stack health and toughness because the only time I have +1 wound is for T5. Yeah. Fair enough, Kotoso. I can understand that feeling. I'm just glad they patched it, you know, for the people that were suffering from that. I'm gonna try now with the cerebral lacerations. I want to see if that might help, because it could help in the situations that I'm dealing with a boss, but I also want to see how it feels, like whether or not I can maintain my charges. Okay, let's go test some more. Let's learn more together. But yes, if you guys want a full breakdown of all the Psyker feats, please be sure to check my video on it, where I talk about all that kind of stuff, because it might be more helpful to you. Okay, let's try a Heresy game. I don't know if I'll find teammates, but I'm gonna try. Yeah, that I think is really good, because now without popping instantly, right, you have more room to play around with attacks. I do agree on that, Potososo. I really think that that works very well for all of us. Okay, while I wait for a mission to load in, because I don't know if I'll get a Heresy mission, I'm gonna do some push-ups. Since people like my arms, I gotta work on my arms. Yeah. Man, the problem with Oceania, I legit never get T4s. Oh no, I fully understand that. I'm just thinking about whether or not I can maintain full 4 charges. You see? That's my only concern, 12 tables. Because for Soul Blaze to be effective, you need 4 charges. So for me, it's like a matter of mental resonance. Okay. I guess that T4 isn't happening. Sag. Back to the T3 drawing board. Oceania, why? I'm legit just waiting, you know? Yeah, Oceania is a problem. No, it's morning. It's 11:27 a.m. Well, I mean, in the eastern states of Australia, it's 1 a.m. ish. But I mean, overall, the problem is that, bruh, you know, we just don't have enough players. Even our hub is fairly empty, and players are lower level, like they're just getting used to the game and stuff. So yeah. Oh yeah, but you see, like if I had a full team, Levi, I would be okay, you know? By the way, guys, we are almost at 10 likes. So if you guys haven't liked the stream yet, do you mind helping me get to 10 likes? Because if you could, right, that'll really help boost the stream up. If you don't know how to like the stream, just close the chat, hit the like button, and then come back into chat. It would be really good if you did. 4:30 a.m. and you're watching me, bro. Don't you need sleep, man? Are you gonna be okay? Well, I hope you will be okay and get some good sleep. But thank you to those that helped me by liking the stream. See, even if I choose a T3, right, I'm barely getting anybody. It's nuts. But you know what? Let's go carry some bots in T3, just for shits and giggles. But yeah, OC region, problematic. I really want more players. Yeah, good job. 10 likes. First milestone completed. Now we can slowly go for 20. I'll tell you, Oceania region is the only problem, because like not enough souls. I need more souls here. I need to kidnap some of y'all and put you in my region just to play. You know, I need some more randos in my region so I can test shit. You know, I love the fact that y'all are staying up late just to watch my ass. Like that, I appreciate tremendously. Look at you guys. Best of the best. This is the audience of champions, I'll tell you that much. Alright? No other audience could be as good. Ranix seems pretty desperate to keep this place. Wonder what he's not telling us, see? Wonder what this Ranix wants. He's keeping secrets from us, eh? No. Sag.
Gate wouldn't be my first choice. Agreed. Hostile sniper. Sniper. They have us at a disadvantage. Warp, you sanctioned. A gratifying eruption. Doesn't like you.
There we go. Finally gunned him down. Little bastard.
Taking the shot. Bleeding out. Go on.
Now.
Justice shall appear untied.
Now this is where the cerebral lacerations are gonna come in really handy. Oh, come on. Shit, I can't see. Oh. No! Fucker's running away from me. Although, yeah, I can't really hit the weak spot. I'm also kind of blaming the, Does this guy not know where the enemy is? Shoot it. Come on, making it easier for you. There we go. No, remember the oh, yeah, you're right. The burst, the gun will keep the burst. True, but it's only once every 15 seconds. But even so, right? Even if I just straight shoot it, I'm not dealing as much damage. So, yeah. And if it's on me, it's facing me, so I'm not even hitting the weak spot. That's the only problem that I have. I think that overall, right, the cerebral lacerations are good, but not good enough for me to warrant the switch over. Because those that have the damage to take care of bosses will have the damage regardless of whether or not I use cerebral lacerations. No, we've got bots in Oceania. Yeah, they are correct. We don't have an option because Oceania, man. Oceania is where players are not present. So how many of you guys want to move? You guys want to, you know, move over to Oceania? Would be really nice. We have spiders in Australia. Ah, yes, the bot's dead. There goes his head. It is the pain, my friends. in a twisted way though. It really helps me test the true strength and limits of many of these builds. Like, do these builds like really do the absolute best? That's what this helps me to test.
You still have fight in you. Didn't think you cared.
Like,
We'll have to hold out.
yeah, I
until
think
the
it
elevators
definitely doesn't suit me for this setup. Like, I think if I adjust it back to the Psychic Communion, that probably will make a lot better. A lot more sense. Like I said, builds also depend on whether or not they suit the individual.
neutralized.
For me, I have a very different sort of playstyle, mostly because of my region as well and what I have to do for most teams. Oh, that was some lag there.
You should apply Medicaid.
I want to test it in T4 if I actually had any players 12 table. If I had the players, my man. I actually have no doubt that I'd be able to run T4 with this setup, no problem. Well, with a slight modification. I probably wouldn't use cerebral lacerations, but that's again because... Oh, finally, we have players. Wow. I mean, I have my one Zealot, but as you can see, I have to literally
I won't leave you,
assist.
sibling.
Your loyalty.
Higher power weapons completely RNG? Yes. It's completely RNG. There's no guaranteed way to get higher powered stuff. So make sure you upgrade your shop as much as possible. Like, make sure you have the highest base item rating thing in your inventory at least. And then after that, it's just praying to the gods and hoping that they give you the good stuff. Like I said, 12 tables, I've got no doubt this build works. Like, I have no trouble running it, but I'm hoping that, you know, I can test it in T4 at some point. The only issue is the cerebral lacerations for me. Possibly because it doesn't suit my playstyle, because no matter what I do, I'm just like, I need my charges. I need full charges at all times to be useful to my team. At least that's how I feel on it. So I think I'll just adjust that, but other than that, I think the rest of it's good.
To be so close to him on Earth, an honor my kind would unlikely be afforded.
Yeah, that's the difference. See, full team though. Because don't forget, one of the biggest limitations that I deal with is not having that. And even then, when I do get a player or two, they may not be as competent as you would get in other regions. So I think that that's a very important difference that many people fail to take into account. Which is why, like, I respect a lot of people who build in a particular way. But my circumstances are always very different. And I think that's what gives me perspective on the lower end of the scale. Because people often forget that, unfortunately, you know, when you are dealing with the lower spectrum and the lower scale, it can result in a very, very different situation.
Don't provoke it.
Oh. Well, he provoked it.
Did you apply Medicaid? Keep pouring it on!
No rip. I would say that, like, for instance, in that one situation, the cerebral lacerations really saved me. because I was able to deal extra damage to the demon host. So if the team can work with it, it's really good. But if the team can't, then that is where the problem lies. So it's about whether or not I can get teammates I can trust. Yeah, no. So, 12-table cerebral lacerations works. It's just that Oceania just doesn't have the player base. So sometimes I have to make choices that are like more independent than I would normally make. You see, so that's the only downside. So I'm thinking how to adjust it so that I can have the best of both worlds. So I might dump Soul Blaze in exchange because I want my charges to maintain my DPS. So I might dump Soul Blaze in exchange for instance, Kinetic Barrage. I'm thinking about it. I don't know. Because without Soul Blaze though, like sometimes those situations where I can like deal with a horde, like it's less. So that also annoys me a lot. Because I'm like, you know, moving between the two. Because I want the best of both worlds, but at the same time, it's so annoying not having that extra potential. You know? At least that's the way I feel about it. Because giving up cerebral lacerations is also honestly pretty bad, because at higher tier difficulties, right, enemies are harder to kill. Brain bursting them makes a lot more sense, which is why in T4 that's too important. You know, I fully agree with what 12Tables has said to me, because it makes sense. It makes sense to have it. Because if you don't have it, you know, what are you gonna do when some big nasty is gonna fuck your whole team? You know, it makes no sense not to have it, and that's the problem. But if I give it up, I might have more, shall we say, independence when it comes to fighting, you see? Which I also kind of want, because in Oceania region, I have to carry quite a bit. So it's really a,
Allow me to help.
I cannot free myself. I can seriously. I'm not taking a hit. Can anyone identify it?
Look lively, roughneck.
Do not touch me.
maybe I just need to get used to it, you know?
I can't reach them.
Ammo. Guys, run up.
No, it does work very well.
Follow me.
But yeah, it's the deflector feat that basically allows me to deflect most things, which is really good. Yeah, I'd say so. And like with this one, right, I might start preloading my brain burst as well. If for no reason other than to take advantage of the
The voices. Veteran, attend. Ammo for you.
Feel the blessing. Be reborn.
The radio is dead.
Because for me, like, the biggest thing is getting to enjoy the oh, come on.
Focus. Fire. Warp you, Sancho.
They're on us!
Right. Now do better. Your trust is better.
Yeah, I think I might dump the Soul Blaze.
Free me.
Try to stand, sibling!
Thank you, sibling. We'll need to break their defenses. Eliminate it. I spent so long barred from my duty. I almost forgot myself.
Duty would not have forgotten you.
Level 10 is the Inner Tranquility, which is very useful. You kind of want the peril reduction because without it, you're gonna have a big problem. Like, you could also go with the Psykinetics Wrath if you want. But it depends on how you're running it. And honestly, if I switch over
Is a one-way
to
route.
for example, if I switch off from the Soul Blaze and I go toward the Kinetic Barrage instead, I might have a little bit less Horde clear, but I could, you know, really use more Brain Burst as well, which to me, I think that could really help as well. No, not yet, Jeff. Like, I'm still testing a lot of different things. Especially I'm testing how TwelveTables plays. But yeah. Yeah, if I have to cherry pick my target, it makes more sense. I think it's just a Soul Blaze feat that I'm not liking right now because it's working against what I want to do. And I think that if I clear that in my mind and switch to the Kinetic Barrage, I could make more use of Brain Burst like I'm used to, while still, you know, doing this. Yeah, I think that that's what I'm struggling with right now, because as much as I like the Soul Blaze, and I can see how it works with this build, it's not effective enough for me. Like, I can feel more effect if I use other stuff. Because I just don't get enough of an opportunity to utilize it. Because I don't want to give up Cerebral Lacerations, that's for sure. Giving up Cerebral Lacerations is not the right way with this thing, because it is too important. You know, I recognize why TwelveTables use it, and it's actually so important for killing those really big, high-value targets. Like, if I give it up, I'm gimping my team, and he's right about that. So, I need to adjust the other aspect of the build, which I think... Yeah, I think the Soul Blaze is what's going to have to go. Because I think that there's more than enough players who can handle it, and even if I use it to take care of hordes, the effect is rather minimal, as compared if I was using Kinetic Barrage to be more effective in my role as an elite killer, you know? That's how I feel. And also, like, with that, I can make more effective choices between whether to advance with my deflect if I need to into a storm of enemy fire, or whether I need to back up and space out. Because like what he said, all I really need to do, all I really need to do is focus on one thing. I need to utilize my gun to handle the specials. If I do that, then it works really well. But I'm gonna try like sticking with the Soul Blaze for a little while longer. Maybe I'll see if I can adjust my playstyle, because sometimes the problem is not the build, it's that I don't know how to play it, or I'm not using it correctly. So I'm trying to adjust and give this as fair a test as I can. I just wish I could test it in T4, but I don't have any players, you know? I mean, there's that, but also it really helps with hordes. Like, at least that's how I feel. Like, if we didn't have this perk Psyker with us, you know, hordes might swarm these dudes. So it's also all about like adjusting that as well. Which again, is just something that I have to get used to because it's different for me, you know? It's me feeling differently because I'm not applying things in the same way. So I must test it more. Like, although I'm making these judgments as I go along, it doesn't mean that these are the only judgments that I'll make, you know? Which makes sense, but not always possible in Oceania, you see, which is why I'm like, seesawing between the two ideas, you know? It would be nice, yeah. Also, yes, 14 likes. We're almost to 20. We just need 6 more likes and we can get to 20. So guys, if you have a moment, and you haven't done it yet, please do like the stream. All right, let's get us to 20 likes. That's my next goal. Maybe if I get the torrent last gun, it'll be even better. I don't know. I'll go and check and see what I can grab, you know? But for now, I'll keep trying 12Tables exact build because I just want to get the right feel for it. And we'll see how far we can go. Yeah, Recon is the only full auto. So the torrent version is the, sorry, I'm talking about the variant Mark 6A, Mark 6D or whatever. Is it A? D? I can't remember the letter, but it's Mark 6. That one is the one that has the higher rate of fire. So I really want to try that as well and see if that might work better. It's this one. I just didn't want to buy this version because it's like only 321, 52% damage. And low ammo, but it's this version that I want, the 60. Once I have that, I'll be super happy. Okay, let's test and learn more because I must test and know more. Maybe a low intensity Heresy if I can. Let's try a Heresy again. I'll see if I can queue for one. Hey, we reached 21 likes. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. Look at this community. You're the best, man. Oh, there's a Heresy mission with actual players. Thank you, Professor. I appreciate that. Guys, I can finally test 12Tables build in a Heresy mission. Yes. Yes, okay, now's the time. Now's the time. Time to join these nerds. Let's go. Let's go. Finally. Let's make this happen. Oh, yes. Tab lock. I know this, man. I mean, I should have used my gun there, but that's okay.
Looks like a grenade. Ammo for you, soldier. Ammo. Show you.
This guy, really? And we have a bot.
Flex one ranger.
Okay, the bot's dead. Joyous. Oh, this is a high intensity. Why? Really? Really? Do these guys really think they can handle that? Well, we'll try. I'll try anyway.
Got a good feeling about this shot.
Initiating crowd control!
Taking a shot. Someone come on. Enemy is taking cover.
Actually, you're right. Yeah, I gotta get used to not using brain burst for that. For fuck's sake.
May not endure this!
Pound down. You need ammo, soldier. Ammo crate.
Medicaid station!
Only one. Let's go. Inside his shot.
Acceptable progress.
Sharpshooter, return fire.
Okay, they've gotten it.
We'll have to hold out until the elevator's here.
We have finished the house!
We've got an assault drill. Oh, that shocking hurt. You shall pay. Oh, it's just a lesson to lend a man's body part. Nothing special. Delta Cron. The flaming one. There's a heretic lurking under every rock.
There we go.
It certainly feels that way, associate.
Hello.
Okay,
Big Mutie's dead.
we're all good. So far, so good.
Heretics are doing this the hard way. They want this place shut. Level it.
The foe seeks only to cease immediate production. They have designs to claim the facility for themselves.
So, they
Cerebral
intend to
lacerations
spoil
is
the
definitely
fruits
good.
of Atoma's forges.
So, the ship mistress. Not exactly a sunbeam, is she?
I don't know.
Find how you speak
For
to
me, I think it might be a bit slower. I'm willing to try it, but probably not in this match because I'll have to go with what I'm familiar with.
her. Stop showing off! shelter. I want out of here.
Reaching into the wall!
One shot, one.
See yourselves! A horde is upon us!
I'm the Ogren. I am the Ogren. I am the Ogren.
Pick your shot.
The one thing which I'll say is fun with this is that I am the Ogren. Yeah, there is. So, did you watch my video on whether or not you should charge the staffs? If you haven't watched that video, you might want to watch that one, because that one explains that there is a targeting limit on the surge staff, which is actually 5 to 6. On some occasions, you can hit 6, but that's to do with like the charging is a bit weird. But in general, you hit between 5 to 6, so just be aware of that.
Metaphysical intrusion reduced. Continue.
Let's...
Smelter complex alpha reached. Head deeper.
Alright then, Dwelge. Alright, thank you, Professor. I hope you have a good night. Sleep well, my friend. No, I haven't done any T5 because no players. I can barely even get a T4 match. Oceania region is a bit of a pain.
Bomber neutralized!
Yep, I agree, I agree. Like I said, this build is good. And Deflector is definitely good.
Calling the wall! I concur!
Ah, crap.
I'm to die! I will make it count!
If not for that bloody sniper.
It's malicious minds, tokens! We have finished the house!
Gotcha. Get this healing, soldier. Hey there, zombie. Beast and Eargle.
God damn it, team.
Victory nears!
Ah, crap.
Its pitiable existence is over!
There we go.
The hound is dead!
I think the cerebral laceration seriously makes a difference. Without that, that fight would have been a lot harder. So you're right on that. I think I'm gonna give up the soul blaze though, because that one's the only thing that's not useful. Whereas if I had the kinetic barrage, I could do a bit more. Just a bit more. So I think that that is the final choice that I'm gonna make. But I mean, I don't deny this build is fucking good. The cerebral lacerations are definitely like awesome.
Engaging war protocols!
Medicaid station!
I
Heal up,
need that!
soldier!
Deflector is too good, bro. Especially like with 12Tables build, you're basically a mini Ogren. And like, honest to God, I'm finding it really works well. Like the only thing that I change from his build is that I don't use the Soul Blaze. But other than that, But other than that, it really presents a lot of team survival options. It basically, it makes you absolutely awesome in 95% of situations.
Reaching into the wall! The voices!
Trapper! Eliminated!
Group up and you will fare better.
Yeah.
Warp you sanctioned! Can anyone identify it?
Sniper! Dead! Dead!
You've endured worse, I'm sure.
Getting soft!
Hey!
How the hell is that? Oh, I was wondering who the hell was actually shooting me.
Malicious threat! Demon host!
I'll think about it, Alfonsi. I'll think about it.
Foul demon host!
Dude, who triggered the demon host? Really? What the fuck, bro? Crap. We are so screwed right now.
Great hit!
Kill confirmed!
We're doomed.
Empty! Reloading!
This seems a serious injury. Initiating crowd control.
I can tank it if it fights me. But yeah, no. If it was attacking me, then sure.
We'll get you back on your feet, veteran.
Easy! Easy, it hurts!
Ammo crate!
See, I can tank it. I'm more worried about those that can't.
If we go down there, that's it.
Okay.
A med station. How gratifying.
Quiet here. Not a good sign.
Okay, the bot didn't heal. GG.
Cleanse the Messiah's works. Purge the metaphysical contagion.
Hostile incoming! Engaging war protocols!
Purge has commenced satisfactory. Continue. Additional demonic matter detected.
Show 'em how it's done, soldier! A few more in the grave! Before he dies. Changing man!
We've neutralized
Got him.
the hound!
Sounds like a hog!
Numbers don't equate to skill!
Cleared.
Eliminate that final infestation.
A gratifying domination!
The grave is getting real close!
Come on, veteran! We need you!
There we go.
Visual on a sniper!
Watch, learn, repeat! Got it!
Okay.
The trapper is neutralized!
Fragger!
All right, Mr. Halo. Oh, the bot got eaten. Okay. That's good.
Rockets in the house! Prepare for multiple hostiles!
Uh-oh. Halo nerd.
Either move or stay and die! Your choice!
The cure's worse than the wound.
Nope. Havelock, why? The melee weapons are great if they have deflector, but yeah. Having one bot in the high intensity was no good. But also that guy, he didn't stick with the team and I don't know why. I don't know why he got caught up fighting. That was pretty bad. That was pretty bad. We would have succeeded if Havelock had run with us. Like if he had come up with us instead of like staying there and fighting the horde, because you can't do that in T4. Like you gotta stick. And if we're moving toward the objective, move, kill, move, kill, move, kill. Which unfortunately is a technique that not many people can do. But still, the build itself works. Just that we don't have enough players. If we'd had enough players, that would have been a sleepwalk. Shame. You know what I would call it? I'm gonna call this the Ogryn Psyker build because it makes sense. You turn into a mini Ogryn. Okay, guys, I gotta do my 1 minute of ads. So if you guys don't mind, please forgive me for having to do this. I'm just gonna run the 1 minute of ads. If you can, like the stream while the ads are going on, and we'll resume immediately after. And while you're on, not everybody will get the ads, but do forgive me for having to run them. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna do my push-ups and then go back in. I haven't finished testing it yet, but so far for 12Tables, we're running something like this. Once it's fully tested, I will happily release a proper build on this. But I'm still trying to get some T4 footage for this. It might be a bit difficult to get, but I will try. I will try my utmost to get that footage. What a nice trauma staff. On a scale of 1 to it's useless, it's useless. No, I'm kidding. What is my best trauma staff actually? Because this one is like 67. Actually, no, I'm just gonna buy it up. I don't care. Here. 367. It's a decent looking trauma staff with a high charge rate. The older ones, older and more traumatic ones. Oh, that one has a good blessing, that's why. Okay.
I will assist.
That's a nice trauma staff, and we don't have any of the new Mark 6s. Okay.
Who am I to stifle?
Do I have any of the Mark 6s in here? No, I don't. Alright, onward. Onward and upward. Actually, how much? Oh, I have enough material, but I need the sword to upgrade to legendary. Try a T4 again. Time to do some push-ups while I wait. By the way, thank you to those of you who don't mind the ads. I really appreciate it. Let's get some pump.
We've got a high-value target down in the torrent. You're to take it out. The Enforcer station's abuzz with heretic activity, so it's a good bet you should be looking there. Go in through the sewers, find your way up to the streets, execute the target, don't let me down.
Oh, well, we have a Zealot this mission. Let me see how my Ogryn Psyker build functions now.
This is how it's done.
Orpheus is done. Shit. That was entirely my fault. I shouldn't have taken the damage there. That was a big mistake.
Engaging war protocols.
One shot, one kill.
I think my YouTube chat died because I heard an alert. But, oh, there we go. Thank you, River Archer. What's up? Oh, God, that's a chat bot. How you doing? I am doing well, man. I am doing well. Just,
Reaching into the wall.
trying out some stuff.
Good work, soldier!
Thank you for subscribing. Welcome, new soul. River Archer, I hope you're doing well. Sorry, YouTube chat sometimes dies, so do forgive me if I sometimes miss chat messages. Yeah, if I had some block efficiency on my Curios, I think this would work real well.
Insalubrious as it may be, isn't it impressive?
Surprise coming. Damnation! They are shooting at us! Nice target!
The hound is slain!
Take over! Fighting about his shot.
Initiating crowd control! Soldiers healing tension.
Oh, damn.
Require healing!
T4 high intensity. No good, especially when they charge in. Well, I look forward to you seeing me slay some heretics if we can get through the T4s. Honestly, I don't know why these guys go so ham in T4. Like, they need to play safer. They really need to play safer. I think it's also a lack of understanding because, like I said, Oceania doesn't have a lot of players right now. And there's a lack of understanding, especially when you go into T4. It's a high intensity engagement. Like, shit's wild. Please stick to your team, you know? That's kind of the situation. Like, if you stick with your team, nothing will go wrong or bad. But if you go off by yourself and charge into an enemy horde, nobody can help you because nobody's gonna rush past a horde just to get you when the specials come. So you got to be very careful about how you play. And I think that a lot of people just aren't used to it. T4 is a hell of a drug, but I'm gonna keep trying because I want to showcase footage of this in a proper T4 fight and show people how well it works, because it does work really well. Just that T4 is
We've got a high-value target down
Okay, I'm joining some mission right now. It seems to be a full team. I hope to God that these guys know what they're doing. I'm gonna slowly move. I'm gonna slowly move and try to protect their asses as much as I can. Alright. So let's give it a bash. Let's give it a bash, team. T4. I don't know whether it'll be high intensity or not, but I hope you guys are ready. Don't forget, if you haven't liked the stream yet, try to like the stream. I want to get us to 40 likes because now we're at like 33 and I think we can make it to 40. And also I will freestyle after this mission, whether we succeed or fail. I'll freestyle after this mission. So I hope you guys are ready. I'm about to bust it out. Okay. 1 veteran, 2 zealots, and me. Works well.
No! Another suicide mission just for us!
Oh, Daniel. Honored robot. Guess we're gonna do a double freestyle. Alright. Tell you what, if y'all got topics, right? When the mission is close to ending, y'all tell me if y'all got any topics for me to freestyle on. Alright, I'm gonna add it all into my work.
Ranger! That's the Ranger, short end.
Oh, for real? The biggest problem I always have is that brain burst is not like, it just targets whatever's in front of you, which is a problem. It really needs to go beyond that. This is high intensity T4, okay. This Lamarck guy. Dude, what are you trying to do?
Musclehead's dead. Looks like a grenade.
Is this guy rushing ahead, seriously? Yeah, I think that brain burst really needs to do a lot more, honestly. It is pretty bad. No, it's not an unknown UI bug. It really is all high intensity. It's an actual bug with the game just shoving us into high intensity. Because if you go into a low intensity mission, it will actually show low intensity, like if you manage to get one. But if you go quick play, right, and you ran it and it quick plays you a T4 mission, assuming no other players, right, it defaults to high intensity for some weird reason. It's not just a UI bug, it's actually a high intensity T4, which is what's been crazy, and it's been what's like causing a lot of problems. So I hope that they will fix it. I've already spoken to devs all about it because I really want them to fix it. Genuinely. There we go. Which is true. Like, to an extent, you are the high damage glass cannon. It's just that you're even more glassy than people think. So it always feels like in this particular level, right? What is this team doing? Okay. Like, my brain burst can't even insta-kill a pox burster, which it should be able to. That's the problem. Like, I don't care what tier it is, it should be able to kill a pox burster. Because that's a super high value dangerous enemy. You know? And it can literally end runs. So I think that that's where a lot of my annoyance with the class comes in. Because I feel like it's not working as advertised or intended at all. So I can understand why people get frustrated with Psykers.
Have you considered fighting back? What you sanctioned?
Crap. And it's like my brain burst is so damn slow. That person just get dropped off the map. Okay. Sag.
Applying medication.
A grenade for holy white!
Okay, this is your way into the hub.
I'm gonna go pick up the dude.
I'm obliged to aid you, fanatic.
Let's go.
Thank you.
The hound is dead.
Grenade?
Deflection is very good.
The hound is dealt with.
Listen, I got nothing against the vets looking at elites and whatnot, but goddamn, if they could kill them faster, that'd be really good. Oh, here comes the Heresy. I'm just gonna sit here and relax.
You want this, yeah? Come and get it. Come on then. Come on.
cover.
Take cover! Reloading! Fury does not a victim make. Dominate the gunner! I'm being judged!
Really?
God Emperor, save your servant.
There you go.
All right, take your ammo. Let's jump in. I need help.
Cover neutralized!
Fuck's sake. Damn it.
You
No.
This seems a serious injury.
I would love to, but like there's nothing I can do alone, you know? And unfortunately when they just die off, there's nothing you can do. I could, but at the same time, you know, it's not my job to carry them through that if they die on their own. If you're a Zealot, and I say this as somebody who's played the Zealot, you know, if you're playing a Zealot, you should not go down. The problem with a lot of Zealots is that they don't want to use the 75% toughness damage reduction, which they should be using with Tac Axe or Combat Blade. You will never die. Zealot should be the last person to go down. It shouldn't be the Psyker to be the last person to go down. And while I could like potentially have saved that, like there's a lot of what ifs there. Somebody, all would have taken was just one of those guys in the back line to shoot me. So yeah, no. It's not my role to pick up bad players all the time. Like if they were decent, it wouldn't have gotten to that point. You see? So even if you want to revive with great technique, right? The player is still not useful. That's the problem. That's the problem. If the Psyker is the last one alive, then that's an issue. You see, it's nothing to do with my personal skill, because if I'm the one who has to literally revive, save every single person out there, then the rest are not doing their job. And in that case, because don't forget, this build is more defensive. It limits my ability to be an all-out assault type person, which is why, like, again, I play super aggressively. I know, but I play super aggressively. So if I try your style, right, I'm dependent upon the team. But if I'm dependent on the team, then no matter like how good I am, you know, okay, there's no T4 mission, so we'll wrap first, then we'll carry on. No matter how good I am, it doesn't matter because the team is letting me down, you see? So, for example, if I was using my playstyle to play a T4, I would use either Void Strike or Surge because those builds fit my playstyle where I can be hyper aggressive. If I'm playing a more defensive playstyle, like, your build works really well, but it's so team dependent sometimes because while I can be the reviver and stuff like that, on Oceania, it's not as easy. You know, it's not as easy. And I will say that till I'm blue in the face, because you can't carry a bad team to the finish line if they're dying on their own. If they're not using perfect builds for themselves, then no matter how good you and your build are, you're not... Okay, there's no shop pressure. You're not able to actually push them forward. Right now, the only gun with the Psyker that works is the Acatran Recon Last Gun. There are like different models of it. Like I'm trying to get a Mark 6D, but yeah. Well, thank you very much, 12Tables. Now, I did promise a freestyle for River Archer, as well as for Mr. Daniel Morris and 12Tables as well, but we're gonna split them because we don't want to do them all at once. I'm sure most of you are here for the gameplay. So what I'm gonna do right now, and if any of you have topics to suggest for my freestyle, hit me anytime. I will literally incorporate it into my freestyle. But you know what? I think it's time for me to bust out some of the frustration that I have with these people. You know, because I love my region, but goddamn, some of these people are terrible. I'm gonna talk about this in that rap. So for those of you that have supported this channel, allow me to give back a little bit with my music, all right? River Archer, this is for you. Man, I can't believe so many people in the region still can't wrap it around their heads. It doesn't matter whether it's high intensity. I gotta tell you one thing, I'ma put my enemies right to bed, but you gotta do your part. If you're playing Zealot with an eviscerator and you run into a horde and die, bro, that's not how Zealots function. You should have maximum toughness at all times. You should be able to charge right to the enemy backline and survive. I should not be the tank for you. I should be saving myself with that while doing DPS, or else we're screwed. That is the big problem that I'm experiencing right now, because so many people seem to get down. They all think that it's all super easy, so they wanna be the best in the game. But baby, you run into a horde in T4. Honestly, I can't even understand your mentality. Please, dear God, learn from some streams, learn from some gameplay. Don't be running in to die every single day. Yo, your contribution is 0 if you're dead. I don't care how high your DPS, you're fucked in the head. If you think that you can be a hero, you're not fucking Rambo. You're just a reject sitting on the Morning Star, same as everybody else. Same as everybody else. And honestly, White Spider, my honest answer is that the light combo works better with the force class to really stagger your enemies. You can keep a horde real down, but honestly, it doesn't matter if your teammates are on the ground. That's the problem that I have every single time. Even if I'm great at CCing everybody else seems to die. That is the problem. I really shouldn't have that problem. But again, every day it's so frustrating when people haven't practiced at all, man. It is crazy. I'm gonna queue up and hopefully I will get somewhere that I can. So let's hope I get better teammates this time, cause fam, it is super frustrating. Every single time it is so amazingly annoying to have to deal with this every single time, fam. Honestly, it ain't bliss. It ain't bliss. It ain't bliss. And Tentacles is right. T5 is possible if you are organized. Communication should work, but that's the difference between the builds that I make work. Cause honestly, I have to make sure that they work with randoms, or else they're not exactly builds that I can put out to the crowd. If they do not work in random situations, there's no point in me getting loud. I can't be loud.
A successful termination.
Well, thank you guys for listening to that rap. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And that bot is done. Okay. Well, thank you. I'll be doing more because, well, we still got 2 more freestyles to go. But yeah, no, I'm proud of you for doing a T5. Listen, if a team is well organized and they know what they're doing, then that's great. You know, if they have the right gear, they have the right blessings, you can definitely do T5. It's no problem. But full team, fully organized, that's okay. The thing about builds is that if I wanna make sure that like they work, they must work in all situations, even with randos. So that is one of the proof conditions that I have for my builds, and it's why I must make sure that if I'm really gonna do something, that I do it like proper. You know what I'm saying?
Initiating crowd control.
And I think that the only modification that I would ever make to this build is the simple fact that it works way better if I focus on just doing one thing, which is instead of utilizing the Soul Blaze, which I think is awesome, but just not effective for me as a player. Whoa, look at that FPS drop. There's too many enemies on screen.
Excessive force authorized.
Heretics remain to be slain. You must fight, veteran.
Look at you, all helping out.
Get back from the barrel.
The enemies hold up. Got a present for you. If we continue, we're stuck there.
Honestly, all it really takes is organization. You're absolutely right about that. Good organization makes up for everything. Oh, the shit. This person actually knows me. Aren't you a YouTuber? This person knows me. How dare they know me?
All the hats raced up on stilts. Doesn't look at all safe.
Failed their people.
Initiating crowd control. Indeed. Russia!
Come on.
Judgment!
No. For like honestly, so far what I've tested for the Zealot is 2 things. Tac axe, combat knife. These 2 are the best. Anything more than this is probably not good, and I'll tell you the reason why. It's because they don't have enough crit. And the biggest thing about like the Zealot is actually their ability to survive via the reduction to, oh shit, it's via the reduction to the come on, get up, you stupid bot. The Zealot's ability to survive via their first feat, which gives them the 75% damage reduction, is too important. Hence why in a lot of situations, unfortunately, it's not easy to for a Zealot to give up the tac axe or combat knife. Most of the time, if they take eviscerators or thunder hammers, their DPS goes up, but their ability to survive for their team goes down, and this is not healthy. honest to God, if they do this, it makes them overall weaker, and that can also be a problem for the team. So yeah, that's one of the things that I often like always caution Zealots about, because as much as I love Zealots, and I love playing a Zealot too, because it's such a fantastic class, you know, crap.
I lost my footing.
No. Kill the Ogryn first. Kill the Plague Ogryn first. Wouldn't recommend the revive.
Zealot. Requesting assistance.
The gun testing is good. I wouldn't say that. 4 Ogryns? Bit wild, but I wouldn't say it's the best.
A serious injury.
Oh shit! I'm enjoying the gun psyker, but it's just that I'm trying to get into a T4 match, but unfortunately with nothing but bots, it's a bit hard to get everything ready, and people panic a lot. So against the Plague Ogryn, like when you've got Ragers and other things coming down, a bit hard to manage that. So I'm trying to adjust my build in a way that would benefit my team, but also, like, you know, make it run properly. Well, it's 12Tables build, but I'm gonna adjust a few things to make sure that we can, because the cerebral laceration, it's great, but a lot of people in Oceania are not making use of it. Because even if I hit them hard, you know, they're not like this particular feat is really good, especially if the team, you know, works well with it. The problem is that they're not. So I'm not getting the same value, you know what I'm saying? I'm really not getting the same value out of it that I normally would. So I'm gonna try it switching over to Psychic Communion, because with the Kinetic Barrage, I'm doing way better than with Soul Blaze. And that's really been helpful. I'm trying to think, because Horde killing would be helpful as well. Maybe if I adjusted the opposite way around, you know? Try with Soul Blaze and then with the Kinetic, instead of the Kinetic Barrage, and we use the Psychic Communion instead. Catch you later, River Archer. But before we go into the next round, I've still got to do some more freestyling. If you guys got topics you want me to freestyle on, let me know. But let me exercise a bit more frustration. All right. This one goes out to my lovely new channel member, Daniel Morris, Honored Robot. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this little rap that I'm gonna do right now. I hope you enjoyed this little rap, and I'm praying to God I get a team, cause every day that I'm riding with the boom bap, I gotta understand that in fact it comes down to whether or not your team composition works well with what you do. And if they don't, then you're just screwed right from the fucking get-go. And it really sucks every single time when you got a great build and you want to show everybody the best side of you. But unfortunately T4 is not like that. So many players are not ready for the challenge, so they kind of end up dead. Because if I have to carry, then the same goes for them. They should have the builds that make the best of them. But honestly, that's why it's so different when you gotta test with randos, baby. No communication, no way of saying what's wrong. You gotta get used to the pings or else you're not gonna get very strong. So I really hope that these guys are good. Let's see whether or not I can bring that heat like I should. I've got a whole different build this time. It is the core of my friend of mine. TwelveTables made a fantastic build, but honestly, let's switch it up a little bit for the Oceania region, cause so many people don't make use of the fact that I bring certain people down and ready for them to kill. But honestly, that's not their fault. They are not ready to wear the crown yet. They don't have those builds. They don't have that understanding to make them go all the way to the top. Nah. And it's different sometimes, you know, really. You never really know how things are supposed to go, but, well, looks like I'm stuck in infinite loading, yo. Is this purgatory for my Psyker? Or is this just another vibe? I guess we'll see. Guess I'ma keep on rapping until this match loads in. I'm sitting here staring at my Psyker looking super cool with the hoodie and the mask. But honestly, why is this loading taking so long? It's making me feel like a fool. Oh, here we go. I'm finally in the game. Let's make sure we go. Let's make sure we go, yeah? Pork eating lobster. I want to see how these guys do. Force Sword always saves everybody's ass. It's awesome.
Incoming! Aim and fire!
Thank you guys for enjoying that. All right. Next freestyle will be coming up soon for my main man, TwelveTables. Ah, shit.
Nauseating denouement.
No more talk flavor!
Watch out! Bomber! Yes, bomber!
Got him. You know, this team seems a lot better. They actually seem to have some idea what they're doing, which I can really respect.
Fury is not a victim, mate.
Now stay focused, soldier! Drills and kills, yeah?
Whew.
Won't let you in.
These guys are doing good. Well, I wouldn't want to jinx it, but at the same time, I can respect their skill. This is so much better.
Excessive force authorized!
Lots of enemies. No surrender to the gunner. Keep rocking them up, soldier! That's what the training's for.
Dominating runner!
Safer to build the habs on the ground.
Beauty!
I'm down!
You've endured worse, I'm sure.
Back off, witch! Focus fire. Aye.
Red gunner! Rubber neutralized!
Gonna stop you! Here they come!
Engaging war protocols!
Good! Now stay focused, soldier! You don't mess with the Emperor.
The best Psyker melee, honestly, Force Sword, but it also depends on your build, yeah, because the combat axe, right, is good if you're running those kinds of builds that you... Like, for example, if you're running a kind of build where you build up a lot of peril and you need to quench a lot, like the one that Docho, I don't know if you guys saw last night's stream, but Docho suggested a build with the Void Strike staff that actually worked really well. And honestly, like, I have to say, it did genuinely very well in combat. And that I can respect. So those kinds of builds, right, if you're using something like that, then obviously you will want something that works well with said build. And that makes all the difference, because for that one, running the combat axe made sense. You get what I mean?
I'm down! Engaging. Focus fire.
Let's return you to combat, roughneck!
Don't think that we're mates. You hear?
Hostile incoming!
That got
Oh.
their fatty. Plugging hurts.
There you go. There you go. You guys did well.
So
You guys did good.
what is Indomitus Crusade?
Medicaid station!
Okay, I'm gonna give the healing up to these guys. They need it. But as you can see, like, the great thing about TwelveTables build is that I barely take damage, you know?
Ammo!
And that's what's working really well. Like, I'm surviving. I'm able to survive. This build is strong as fuck. It's just that, like, in the previous runs, we didn't have as many people who could handle it. This is a high intensity engagement, for those that are wondering. So, you know, I mean, then again, all T4s are, but still, same thing.
Watch, learn, repeat. Got it.
Come on, Mr. Lobster.
I'm not just a brave man.
Yeah, it's not really about the base rating. Like, for me, as long as the Force Sword has the right blessing, it's okay. Because gear rating obviously will help you a lot in the higher tiers, but it's also more about skill. Because, as you can see, this team is far more skillful than my previous teams. Like, the previous teams were good, but not as great as this team is so far. Like, these guys are playing very tactically. Okay, that's number one. The number one difference between this team, I'm using roughly the same build in all circumstances. But what has made this particular team superior is that they play tactically. They understand that, you know, you need to operate as a group, and they're working as a group. Like, you know, everyone is moving as a whole. And that I can seriously respect.
Rough justice, veteran.
And if we do that, then we're okay. Oh god, look at that chatbot. Removed.
That's why we're still alive. The good and pure are
And sorry, I'm so tired. We're not doing Dauntless questions. This is a Darktide stream, so if you're interested in Dauntless, I no longer do Dauntless content. You can search it up on my channel for the older builds, but I'm sorry, this is a Darktide stream. I ask that you respect that. As a Darktide partner, I don't want to be discussing other games when I'm playing Darktide. Sorry about that. Some people still ask me questions from the old game, but honestly, I no longer play that because reasons. Very good reasons.
Look out! Right ahead! A successful termination!
Hey, nice 12 tables. I'm surprised you didn't find that, but I guess you had the same luck as me trying to find that Deflector Force Sword.
Heavy support engaging.
You leave me no choice! Stand outside it!
engaging. Focus.
Sniper! Sniper!
Got a hole. Bleeding.
Walk, you section!
Oh my god. Yeah, damn, they really had to barrel my ass.
What about hitting you?
Wait till yet, are you?
What happened again? Empty arm.
Grenade down.
Fucking grenade!
We've work to do. Gotta
Thanks,
save.
boss.
Watch. Learn. Wait. Got it.
I tell you, getting barreled is the worst feeling. I was peacefully advancing and then just got myself ripped. Okay, thank you.
Get up now.
I must grin and bear it.
Get on it.
Does Psyker feel good to play relative to other classes? I'll answer honestly. Like, look, 12 tables, your build is good, but I'll also answer honestly that Psykers are underpowered compared to other classes, especially in higher tier combat. So It's not an invalid point that Miss Eve is making because she's actually echoing my own statement. The Psyker, it's nothing to do with build, dude. It's the fact that our brain burst just doesn't do enough. Like, remember what you yourself said. You have to literally rely on the last gun for your damage, right? Especially like you don't use brain burst that much, and that's a problem because the brain burst is the whole core of who we are as psychers, you know? And if we're not using that, then that's a huge freaking problem. Like, even in this particular circumstance, right? I'm playing with the deflector blessing just to ensure that my team survives, you know? Fat Shark does balance well, and I think that they will buff it eventually because the Psyker is not what they've advertised at all. The Psyker was advertised as a high damage glass cannon, where we got the glass cannon part, but our damage is lower than the veteran. And that's just me being honest. The veteran kills things way faster than we do. So even if I want to be like nice about the Psyker, and I'm a Psyker main, I would never play like any other class as my main. I mean, I will play out all the other classes, but you know, at the end of the day, I'm a Psyker main. I love being a Psyker main, and I love doing what I do, you know? That's the reality of this, but at the same time, it doesn't mean that I am so caught up with the fact that I love the Psyker that I'm gonna lie and say, oh, it's great in all situations, because it's not. Unfortunately, the Psyker doesn't do very well in higher tiers because they have to work harder to do the same things that other classes would do. And that's an honest and true statement. So, is it fun to play? Hell yeah, I love my Psyker. But I'm also not blind to its problems, you know? And that, I think, is very important for anybody that wants to be a creator. No matter how much you love something, you cannot lie to the audience about it, and you can't just say like, oh, you know, it just needs like a little bit of change here and there. Like, well, in the Psyker's case, actually, it just really needs a small one. And the small change that the Psyker needs is that our brain burst needs to scale. Once the brain burst scales, like, the Psyker can finally fulfill its role. Because it's literally like, the big problem is that it's literally not worth it for me to brain burst a target over actually like it's really not worth it for me to brain burst over anything else. Like, I could just, you know, do anything else instead and still be more effective. Like right now, I'm playing with Deflector 4 sword, so I advance slowly toward enemy positions and then stop them, you know? Exactly, it's kind of like a foot knight. Yeah. It feels like that, you're right.
Not a good sound.
Exactly, it's why I'm like, without kinetic barrage, I'm using Soul Blaze here, and actually it's working well, but I had to give up the cerebral laceration, which is so good. Like, genuinely, it's actually quite good. So having to give that up, like, seriously hurt.
Thanks. Got a lucky shot.
Is that a med station?
Heal up, please. Let's go get our boy.
Take the ammo, witch!
Excessive force authorized! The Ranger troubles Celsium no more!
Stopping me! Touch the Ranger.
Yeah, that's what we're kind of pigeonholed into, Jerome. And that's the issue, because it's not fair that we're pigeonholed into that. You see, like, of course, this 12 tables build is really good. Like, I'm really enjoying it. But the problem is that I am defensive. What if I want to play aggressive? What if I don't? Because I'm supposed to be, like, the way the class was advertised to us. Just as a reminder, the class was advertised as a special killer. Like, you know, heavy damage special killer, you know, very powerful, but fragile, right? The problem is that we got the fragile bit, but where's my damage? You know, sure, I can dish out a lot of damage if I want to, but I'm not able to do it as you know, well as the, for example, veteran sharpshooter can. So here I am together with the Ogren playing you know, defensive shielder for my team. And that, I think, is one of the big problems. But, you know, as a support, you're right, the Psyker is S tier, but why am I support? You know? Hey, what's up, Brian? How you doing? Like, must I play support, you know? Exactly. I'm playing Protect the Vet. Like, I don't want to play a game just to protect the vet. You know? I mean, all Singaporean men like me, we're actually legit veterans because all of us have to serve in the military. So, I have nothing but respect for the veterans, but come on, man. Do I have to play Protect the Vet?
Initiating crowd control! Drop out! Enemies in deep cover!
Like, literally, it's an entire meme. What's my role? Oh, my role is to slowly advance and be the front line of the team alongside the Ogren, just to get my veterans through so that they can deal all the range damage. Yes, yes. This is what I was born for. This is what I was born to do. Bred to do. Yeah, slowly, they're gonna make it happen, though. Like, Darktide is a new offering, so I'm not too worried about that, Ian. Like, I know it's all gonna come together. Like, as you can see, I'm able to survive far more than any of the other classes here, which is why it's great to be a Psyker. Life is fucking great as a Psyker. But I just wish we had more damage, because I'm doing the wrong role. You get what I mean? That's what it feels like. I'm doing the wrong role. Like, homie, I thought my role was damage, you know? I thought my role was to murk every single enemy. Not to frontline for my team.
Load up! That ain't a pleasing sound. Engaging. Focus. Fire.
Yep.
Initiating crowd control!
Because right now, all I'm doing is crowd control and support. It's like, bruh. Bruh. What happened? What happened to my damage, bruh? Bruh. Yes, look at my job. Slowly advance toward the enemy so that everybody else can kill them faster. Yes, this is a great job, guys. I respect this job above all. Every bullet is a prayer of vengeance.
Medicate station!
Please note, again, I don't need healing. Like, I literally have not healed. Period.
Your crispy can now access the elevator.
Save the medicate. We're gonna need it later.
Sorry, was not thinking.
Dude, sounds like there's a demon host down there. Huh? Wow, that guy crashed. Hashtag sad.
Leave that demon head alone.
Right, Daniel. That's like, yes. You know, I came into this game and they're like, you know what? You are a mage. I was like, okay, mages deal high damage. Okay, but you know what? We're gonna give you this sword that can tank everything. Okay, that sounds great. Yeah, we're gonna give you this sword that can tank everything, and we're gonna make you deal no damage. Oh, okay. So your job is to protect everybody else in the team by shielding them from all the range fire. Okay, and then this other guy with the gun, he's gonna deal all the damage. Oh, okay, coolio. So I'm a glass cannon that tanks damage for my team. Exactly. そうですよね。これはグラスキャノン。Understand. My role is Raja is tank for team. I see. I'm a scrawny Ogren, right? It's like, bruh, come on, man. Look at me. I'm like a welterweight. I'm a welterweight Ogren. This is fucking hilarious. I'm a psychically charged welterweight Ogren. But I mean, honestly, the build is good though. The build is good. I got no problem with the build. Why am I playing a welterweight Ogren, you know? Ah, man. Tell you, my enemies are not real. How can my eyes be real when my enemies are not real? You know what I'm saying? All right.
Ammo crate!
All right, Turbjörn.
Engaging war protocols!
Ah, yes.
Reaching the Empyrean!
Ah, yes.
I'm to die. I will make it count.
And of course, how should a mage deal max damage? Well, of course, if a mage wants to deal max damage, they must use a gun. You know? That is how true mages maximize their damage, guys. Use a gun.
Engaging war protocols!
Oh man.
Excessive force authorized!
Don't worry, guys. I got my max DPS here. How do I deal max DPS? Oh, I'm glad you asked. I shoot a gun. I shoot a gun to deal the best DPS possible because I'm a wizard.
Initiating crowd control!
Okay? I am an American wizard. Oh, fuck. Well, enjoy Dauntless, man. I'm just glad I don't have to play that game anymore.
Easy now, soldier. Still not enough to win a war.
Guys? I don't think you can win without me. Uh-oh.
Lost the friggin' week.
Well, good lucky.
Oh, sneaky little buggers. Help me.
Oh, good luck, buddy. Good luck.
Help me all.
Do your best. Do your best. Oh. Oh no, almost. Oh no. The shotgun spam gotcha. Ah, what a shame. Fire staff is good, but yeah. Now, look at what happened. As soon as the carry died, it was over. Oh yeah, no. Charge it, like, dealing with the boss shield wouldn't have been a problem, but in T4, you need to kill the horde first. This is the problem. T4, right? A lot of people, they go for the boss, but they forget that you need to kill the horde first. So while the Ogryn is tanking the boss, that's totally okay, but none of them were focusing on the horde. The other two veterans were trying to DPS the boss as well, which is not a good idea. If you... Yeah, I have a Deflector 4 sword now, which is why I was testing this build for 12Tables, and it really works. But again, biggest problem is that, please remember, kill the horde first, especially T4. Like, the team did well up until the end because the two veterans went too ham with the damage. Like, I get that they want to finish the boss fast, but you can't do that in T4. So anyway, I'm still going to use that footage. I'm probably just going to cut it out at the end because, yeah, that last bit was the only bit that, you know, honestly, they failed horribly on that. And that was a disappointment. But it was good footage. It was good footage. So I don't want to have to re-record that. Because getting a T4 mission's a pain in the ass. I'm still going to try getting T4 missions, don't get me wrong. But, you know, that one deserves its... That one deserves to at least get recognized. Yes, I am an American wizard. I use a gun. American wizard magic. Use a gun for combat. Okay, guys, let me just check the store. Now I owe one more freestyle rap for. I'll take this one. Give me this.
Processing. I hope I served you well.
Yeah, but that's why builds must be tested with randos, because you do have to res them. You do have to look after them. Your build should ideally be able to do that, you see, which is what is so important about it. But anyway, before we go into the next one, all right, this is my thanks to 12Tables. Thank you so much. Here's your freestyle. All right, today is all about that freestyle. I got to give that love. Also, guys, if we can, right, try to get me above 50 likes. Okay, like we've got enough people. I think we could even make it to 60 likes. All right, here we go. Here we go. If y'all are ready. Hey, yo, ladies and gents, it's the Asian robot on the mic. Now, I've never heard this beat before, so I'm gonna have to do a little things. I'm gonna have to do a few things different than what I normally do. So honestly, I gotta say a lot about some people that don't seem to get the concept that honestly, T4 is different to everything else. Realistically speaking, you gotta play with your team. And even if you play with your team really well, you gotta understand one thing. If it is a boss mission, let the Ogren or somebody experienced take that boss. Then you sit in the back and kill the host. Sorry, the horde first, or you're lost. You're more lost than a fucking demon host. That's kind of why I say you gotta work with your team the most. If you do not have that horde clear, you're gonna end up dead real quick. Let me make it clear to all of you, my dear. If you do not play as a team, you're gonna fall. But honestly, they did well. I guess they just weren't ready to handle so many dregs and scabs coming at them. Guess they were a little unsteady. Thank you so much for getting me above 50 likes. Guess I gotta refresh that while I'm on the mic. So thank you so much everybody for being here. I hope you like my freestyle. After this, we gotta run 1 minute of ads. So I hope you guys can put up with that. But it's okay, don't worry, you're not gonna miss any content. Right after I'm done rapping, I'm gonna make sure I start queuing for another T4. I gotta try to push myself right up there. That way we can make sure that we get the best footage to show off this build. Honestly, it's worked really well. But with the randoms and the pubs, it gets a little bit unsteady. Honestly, I love these people, but Oceania, please, baby. I hope more people in my region pick up this game and play. I would really want them all to play this way so they can be on my team. I will even guide you through that T4 game, so make sure you all buy the game. Use my link, it's in the description, yo. Did you expect me to say anything else on that? Nah. But before I end this little rap, I gotta say it's my thank you to 12Tables, all right, River Archer, and I'm gonna have to scroll up for this. Oh damn it, didn't let me scroll up enough. My newest member, Daniel. Don't worry, I didn't forget you, buddy. Thank you all so much, yo. Okay, I'm gonna run the 1 minute ads while I try and get another T4 mission. Let's see if we can do this. I really gotta try my luck. Come on, T4 mission. T4 mission, baby.
I don't know everything, but apparently the blight is getting worse. They think President have HL1611 is the source. You will be scanning plague residue for a new strain. Rennick claims they are trying to make a cure, but you never know what is really going on.
Okay, good. Whoa!
You leave me no choice! Focus on our duty!
Oh man, what a mission to log into. Like 3 scab maulers right there, like bruh, and the bots are all like falling off. Okay, well I'm gonna take my XP and rewards anyway, but goddamn, what a way to log in. What a way to log in. Oh Lord. I logged in to die, but that's okay. Listen, sometimes you gotta respect the death. Insta death. Ah yes. The taste of death. I like it. Sounds good. Press F for me. Another day has gone. My team is still dead. Look at you. Why are you up so early again, huh? You better not need a nap after work or else we can't play no Overwatch. Good morning, by the way. I hope you're doing good, my honey. Sending a message to my girl. Okay, we try again. We try again. I am not discouraged by this. We just need to get our bearings straight. You know what? People must push T4. If people don't push enough T4, we will never get past this. And that is the big problem. People must push the T4. But also one big downside that I find for this build is that as much as I love it, right? I really don't feel like I'm doing my job. Because the way that I play the Psyker is I still fulfill that special killer role. So although I like this defensive build, I just, like, if I was to run it, I would probably create a different setup for my gun Psyker as well. But only so that, like, I had to modify the setting to use the communion, because without that, right, I'm just not popping off as much as I should, and that is the only downside, I think. Other than that, you know, pretty much this build is consistent with what I was using anyway. Like legit, my only difference for me would be instead of Ascendant, fuck, didn't get to change it over to Kinetic Barrage. Because at T4 level, what I like to do is just crush, you know? Like that I think is important. Well, anyway, time to do over again. Let's go. Live or die. Ooh, excuse me. Let's go.
No wonder Heresy prospers in such a benighted place.
One big razor and mount down here. Dark.
Me and one Zealot.
Chasm Station shouldn't be this quiet.
The head block has plague residue. Let's skin it. See if you can work it out.
It is good to be away from the morning star. I see a surprise coming in.
So perish all who choose fury over faith.
Excessive force authorized. This is how it's done.
Okay.
Scratch the bomber! I won't let you in! Visual on a sniper! Sniper! Show me that ugly grin! Danger! I can't control it!
Whoa. Another one just happened to be next to me, like, bro. Oh, man. Time for slow life advance. Isekai slow life. Advancing slowly through the mission. Together with a zealot.
Okay, clear! We lost the Ranger! Maybe I missed the whole tactic setup. You've endured worse, I'm sure.
There we go.
Expected.
This zealot is actually doing decently. But you know what? I'm not gonna say it anymore because I don't want to jinx it. But I must give hit pats when he can. You really hate the shop in this game? That's okay.
Trust any of you. Clear.
I haven't worked on the zealot yet. I really should, but not yet. Listen, Moguntien. I am an American psyker, okay? I come from Burgerland. And when you use a Burgerland psyker only uses guns, okay? If you don't use guns, you are not a proper Burgerland psyker, okay? Very important. You must properly use your Burgerland powers. If you don't do that, you're not good enough, man.
Oh, quit moaning. Looking at soldier. Appreciate it.
Oh god, they got the Kool-Aid man on their team. Fucking hell.
I may not endure this. I got it. A plague on Brent.
Oh shit, and the other guy disconnected? Ah. GG. The Zealot was doing really well, but he disconnected. Like, why? Come on, man. I just wish Oceania had T4 players. Like, if there were enough T4 players, that'd be good. What are you talking without peril block? Of course I'm using Deflector with peril block. But I have 2 bots, Makir. Not that easy. Not that easy in T4. Hey, MJ. Of course you use peril block. You would never use Deflector without peril block. That would be stupid. Your stamina would instantly be drained in an instant. No. The problem is just that multiple Reapers tend to spawn. And unfortunately, we don't get that many players in Oceania. If I had a full team, or even if it was a full team of randos, if I at least had a full team, you know, T4 would be okay. but the problem is not getting a full team. There just aren't enough players. So here's to, like, I'm fingers crossed. I was hoping, like, because in the pre-order beta, there were a lot of problems, but also I think people also have a lot of crashes in their games, which is annoyingly sad. Peril block, basically what it means is that if you go through the Psyker feats, when you're blocking an attack, while below critical peril, blocking an attack causes you to gain peril instead of losing stamina. So as long as your peril is not red, you can block, assuming you have like the deflector feat on your force sword, right? You can block ranged attacks as well, and the block cost is also reduced. So by doing so, you can basically help yourself to block ranged attacks quite nicely, which is good. You can tank for your team and do a fairly good job, but you know, block efficiency curios would be great, but like that I'm slowly hunting for, because I get that some people are more geared, but my Psyker doesn't have much luck with curios so far, unfortunately. Like I said, you guys can probably, I would love to join the Japanese region server, but I'm not sure how to change your server. I don't think there's any way to change your server, Punta Cana. If there's a way to change your server, please tell me. No, you stop, your peril stops going up once you're in critical peril, so you don't blow up, because it will just drain stamina instead. So basically you're using peril up until critical peril, so you got to read the feat carefully. And again, if you haven't watched my feat video, watch my feat video. It's 33 minutes, but it explains everything you need to know. You gotta read carefully and understand. So if you haven't watched that video, watch that video, because it explains everything you need. It's very important to watch that video. 33 minutes, but best 33 minutes of your life. Oh yes, we have a third player. Nice. But yeah, I don't think that there's any way that I can change servers. Yeah, if I could get more block efficiency, that'd be great. Ah, I see. Well, that makes sense, but then I would never be able to understand anybody. Because if I play on a different server, my biggest problem is that I won't be able to understand anyone on the Japanese server. Because I speak English, obviously, so that would be like the only downside for me. So if I can't change servers like without changing my Steam server, that's no good. The change server option needs to be in the game itself. In that case, it's okay, because I can do it temporarily, like to get footage or whatever. But I don't want to change my Steam download settings, because that one new. But what I feel is that games need to have like an in-game setting which allows for you to alter your server as you need. Did that guy just go down over there? Okay. Team together. Yeah, being able to change servers is too important. That's why I like the feature to be in-game, you know?
Engaging war protocols. Finally, justice for its victims.
Come on. Crap. All right. Looks like we got a full team.
You know what I like about all this? No commissars poking their bony noses into my business. Scab
Oh, you all serve Templar. Have no fear.
The enemy is embedded.
Oh, if only I could do T5. I dream of players, guys. How I dream of players.
Kill the top flamer. I hope. I must never ask you to deploy anti-manifestation.
Oh man.
No!
Blasted myself.
Soldier! Ha! Right in the fucking head!
As furious as expected.
How I wish I could experience such things.
Excessive force authorized.
I'm reloading!
Good. A healing station. Warp stench. Evil is near. Medicaid station.
We're not digging through that! We better find another way in! For the golden
Lively, roughnecks. Don't flame on your grenade! Beast neutralized.
On.
Let this grenade!
End the host torment! This way!
Okay.
You leave me no choice! You'd expect the criminal life to be rather more...
Sniper!
You've endured worse, I'm sure!
Here we go. Really?
Seeking judgment!
There we go. Okay, they're all up.
Gunner sighted!
Oh god.
Shot! Reaper! You have been shot!
They can keep them off my back. I can keep these guys safe. And of course, I expected that.
Excessive force authorized!
Come on! You need me!
Honor is ended! Ranger! Emperor, guide me! Please! Please!
I know, right?
Got a charger!
I know, Daniel. I just wish I had more players though, because I know more players doesn't mean better players, but how I wish I even had players in the first place. Still, yes, here comes the horde.
I crossed that bridge more times than I care to recall.
I require healing!
Oh shit. And this Mikey guy, where is he?
Medic down! You still have fight in
Shoot me
you!
free!
Medicaid station! I'll have it! Greg, shot on her!
Husky 220 engaged!
Man, give him fire! Put him in, no choice!
Husky 220 engaged!
Warp you sanctioned!
Call the elevator, but remain vigilant. They won't let you leave without a fight.
Okay, surviving. I just use the light spam because I prefer the CC. That's why.
Focus on your own work, Zealot!
Fire! Big filthy sighting!
Right.
Pilgrims, let them face their judgment! Here, catch me!
Shotgunner!
Engaging! Bulwark!
This is where the Soul Blaze really comes in handy. Thank you very much, you know, for that lovely red super chat. Holy crap. I really respect that. Thank you very much. Not sure if I deserve that, but I will try to be worthy of it. I will do my best. Thank you. Well, hopefully I will shield this entire team till the end.
Bet this place was a riot before the heretics took over.
You have to pick a side to survive down here.
Fair enough.
Hello, Mini Titan. Good to see you. But yeah, for me right now, right, this force class is what is mostly saving the team as much as I can. Because although I would like to do the light, heavy, you know, and sweep more, I'm not really in the damage role, unfortunately. I'm in the role of babysitter right now. Bugger. Oh, there we go. I will babysit these guys till the bitter end. They will not die while I'm around.
Where's that house?
Oh, really? It's on me, huh? Okay, we're all right. We're all right. Ah, yes. Thank you very much for subscribing, Shay Harvey. But you know, with this deflector, I've like gotten so used, like legit so used to
Medicaid station. Getting close next time. Make the carkers fear ya. I'm not sure that's technically sound or in line with approved protocol.
Okay, let's go. Forward march.
Oh, that's what I was looking for.
All objectives. Not supposed to be salvaging. Initiating crowd control. Please! Please! Lovely kill!
Chucking grenade!
This is the right direction!
Yeah, these guys okay?
Settle the bomber, comrades! This way!
Ready? Ha, lovely!
Did you just take the fragging ammo again?
Finders keepers!
This way!
Think it's a push that you need? No. Block. Block is everything.
Never any space for these around when you need them. The Emperor's holy angels have more important places to be than this.
But no, I'm not trying to block the dog. I'm legit not trying to block the dog.
Hey, judgment, hellhounds! Eliminating primary target!
Watch out! Mama!
What I'm blocking is this. Okay, they seem to be okay. But yeah, no, you're right. You're right. If you're talking about pushing the dog, then yes. But I wasn't trying to block. I wasn't trying to block the dog earlier. Like if it's just one doge, like I will either just hit it with I'm literally just playing CC at this point.
The bomber is slain!
Cast you to hell!
Here comes the horde.
Company of mine! Ahold!
We are called to battle, pilgrims!
Reaching into the wall!
The Rager is delivered to judgment! Over the soul delivered unto judgment!
No way back! Careful! Sniper! They're in cover!
Readying kill
I
shot!
hear a demon host. Sniper! Trapper's dead!
Shit, how did it still hit me? I thought I dodged that. That's no good.
I stopped on it! On the Ranger! That's the Ranger died!
SC-220 engaged!
Duty!
Big duty eliminated! I am your
Okay, the guy's alright.
Bomber's gone! I feel the soul's agony! Don't provoke it! What's all this I keep hearing about another hive city? Why is there nothing in the logs?
Go in solo and kill them all? Sure. What's the premise of this build? Use gun. Use gun and shoot. Ah, that's just kidding. The Deflector Force Sword allows you to advance pretty much like this. Deflector does not block sniper fire, so you gotta be very careful. Basically, I am the shield of the team, and if necessary, I use a gun as well. But again, my primary role is this. Hold the line. There's only one thing you need to be aware of. The line must be held.
veteran take heed!
That's all.
Ammunition!
You hold the line, you do your duty. And if there's a special, eliminate them like that.
Ammo crate! Warp you sanction! Something! Kill the top tiger!
I've got it where it counts.
Incoming attacker!
Oh, shit.
Set the auto clone running, but don't let the demon interfere.
Engaging priority target!
Destroy those demonic growths.
Oh, I have no doubt.
Eliminating Alpha target!
Initiating crowd control!
I honestly wouldn't mind more aggressive gameplay, but I'll tell you one thing. That's only as good as if these guys don't, you know. Oh, come on.
Stop the dropper!
Can't get away!
Rise up, Psyker! Redemption awaits.
Reaching the Empyrean!
Got the Turkey 77!
Crap.
Pain! But I still draw breath.
Oh, we've lost the wings!
It's not that they need to make the netas louder. I think that one of the most annoying things is when players don't, or they're too objective focused. Like, yes, I know you want to finish the mission. I get it, but like, bro, as much as you want to finish the mission, you got to also work with your teammates, and you got to look after them. Like, for literally all the shielding that I do, I literally didn't get any help when I was trying to back up, so that was annoying for me. Okay, now.
Engaging warp protocols!
One last demonic growth.
The Emperor will grant us victory! Emperor guide my hand!
Medivac down!
I bring protection! Follow repulse!
Fucking hell.
Here, catch it!
Reaching into the wall!
Silly sheltering!
This isn't technically ideal.
Get to defensible ground!
Okay. Rescue this boy.
You've endured worse, I'm sure. Come on, Zealot. Get up.
Come on. There we go. Team's back in action. All right, Mr. Mikey with the bolter. Ventilation purge has begun. Well, yes, I know it's that way. I'm heading there.
Send them packing. Fucking hell are you? Its swollen existence is over.
Come on.
Magnificent Emperor bids you rise and fight. Emperor protects. Chaos Hound. Die, dog!
Your
I'll save you.
colleagues need you, roughneck.
All right, come on, Mikey. Great. Can we actually succeed here? Holy crap. It's actually really good. But like I said, it's just sometimes teams are not as ideal as I would like them to be, but it doesn't mean that this is bad. 12Tables did a fantastic job with this one, and I think it works really well, assuming you understand the playstyle. But again, also I haven't had much chances to play in T4 in this region, so yeah. What did I do before streaming? I was an accountant, actually. I was an accountant. So, Jesus Christ, we actually got through that. T4 high intensity. Okay, that's also good footage. But yeah, this build has worked really well, honestly, and 12Tables did a fantastic job on this. And Daniel, having pugs in like T4 in T3, I also feel this. Sorry, having bots in T3, I also feel the same, because some people are just like not good, you know. But yeah, as for why I'm being so hard on the pugs, just to answer that question when I move back, one of the biggest gripes that I always have with games like this is that I guess my game sense is very different to others. I always think about, okay, so if I am doing, like, for example, if I'm in a match right now, right? And I know that it is most dangerous to have, say, a few dozen souls on me at any one point in time. If I know that I'm about to get like completely ripped by all these enemies, then what do I do under that circumstance? I think that because of my particular experience with that, I tend to feel like I don't get as much how do I say it? I don't get as much mileage on any build that I try and do, because even if I want to test it with randoms in my particular region, to be honest, they don't do that well. Because without the same kind of level, gameplay level, as other regions, I find that in my particular region, it's really, really hard to get anyone decent for my team. Even when I get a few people, they may not be experienced enough yet. And that, I think, has caused me a lot of difficulties, because I really would like to improve the overall level of gameplay that I showcase, but I can't reach that particular level until such time that hang on, I'm just trying a little something here. Until such time that, you know, I see more players ready to get to that next level, you know? I haven't even been able to experience T5, Makir. That's the thing. There's nobody in T5. Even T4 you can't find players. T3 you can sometimes occasionally find players. But yeah, it's really not easy. That's the only issue I'm having. Like, I wouldn't be having that issue if it was easier to get where I need to go. Yeah, we don't have the power sword, but yeah. Power sword is only for vets. And that's the thing, Nick. It's only for veterans, and a lot of veterans use it, but have you seen how many times they die? Yeah, if other streamers claim the force sword is bad, they don't know how to use it. And in fact, the attack that I was like, one of the things that I want to do before I go, and before I do my closing rap for who was really, really kind with the red super chat. Shit, went the wrong way. I want to go into Psychanium and show you guys this. So earlier, I wasn't able to showcase this fully because of the because of the situation. Like, I was under a lot of high pressure, but
What training do you seek?
I would love to be able to play T5, but yeah, impossible. Impossible right now. Level 30 is the max level. Yes, Chris, you're correct on that. I wish I could pug Damnation, but I can't even pug Heresy. Okay, I wasn't able to demonstrate this, but if you're not under a lot of pressure, the best attack with the Force Sword is light attack, heavy attack. Yes, because now a few people were mentioning this, because you do a sweep, which allows you to hit more, which is good. But it depends on how much pressure you're under, because depending on how much, sorry, let's say we do something like that, right? You knock down or stagger your enemies, you do get a chance to do one, but it also depends on whether or not there's rangers shooting at you. Zealots are strong, Mirai X. Like, Zealots are very, very strong. The problem is that most Zealots, unfortunately, they don't follow the stronger build, which gives them the high damage reduction and things like that. And a lot of them may not take the ideal equipment because they see either streamers doing some weird shit with that, or, you know, stuff like that. That's why I want to work on the Zealot next, because I feel that Zealot is one of the strongest classes for tanking the front line. It should never, like, as much as I love this build, right? It should not be up to a Psyker to hold the front line. If we have a Zealot, the Zealot should be charging the range damage deals, which is exactly what I do every single time. You know? I charge the range line so that it's completely suppressed, because I can handle it. I can handle however much they're going to shoot. Eviscerator's okay, and so is the flamethrower, but honestly,
What is your
they are not the ideal combination. And look, I don't care how many Zealots hate me for saying that. If you're not using the tack axe, or if you're not using the combat blade with bleed to get that massive damage reduction on toughness, a lot of the time you're actually going to be useless to your team. I mean, that could also work, but you know, again, I guess that's down to how you want to play. Because for me personally, right, what use am I to the team if I can't even charge the entire range line and survive? As far as the Zealot was literally made for charging. So I don't know what the so-called meta is in other regions, and honestly, I don't really care what the meta is. The playstyle that I want to bring to the people is a playstyle that helps them do better in all situations. Again, this is why I test so much with randos, because when you're in the same situations that I'm in, especially Oceania region, which may not have a lot of T4 players, all right, you still have to play in a certain way that literally helps you raise up the level of everyone else, because unlike other regions, we're lagging behind. A lot of us don't even do T4, and when we do T4, we get a lot of GGs because, you know, players just aren't experienced enough, you see. So charging, like, look, charging packs is supposed to happen, but the problem that I'm trying to state, Mirror IX, is that a lot of the Zealots in my region are not prepared. They aren't prepared to do the same kind of charging that you might see in other regions. Because of course you're supposed to charge. You're supposed to go straight into combat and charge the range line, because range does too much damage. Okay, I don't care what anyone says. The fact of the matter is, range enemies are your worst nightmare, right? And that is the biggest problem. US has a lot of players though, you see, so it's easier for players to come to grips with the higher level. Yeah. That's fine, Makiran. I can understand that. Like, look, it might turn out different when I eventually get to play T5. But I'd say for a T4 Zealot, you know, I've never had a problem with the damage reduction. Yeah, that's kind of the problem, Mirror IX. You need to switch those rangers to melee, and that's important. That's what a lot of people don't realize, and I think that causes a lot of issues as well. But changing to damage dealers, that's also not wrong. Like, if that works for them, then that's good. Well, if they do keep their guns out, that's even better for you, because at least that hits directly to your toughness. Bleed build works really well. Like I said, I think a lot of players have very different experiences, and that's why it's important to have a variety of builds and to find what works for you. Like this build, it goes hard. But would I use this build continuously? That depends. Because for me, I still feel that if I really want to contribute to my team as a Psyker, I go for CC over everything else. CC over everything else seems to work best. You know? So having more options is good. And as a content creator, I want to present the maximum number of options to people. But at the end of the day, I think preferences also depend on your playstyle. A build has to fit your playstyle, you know? I think that, yeah, for me, the Void Strike, right, is what suits me better. Because I play it differently, you know? I play that differently. And I'm really happy for you, Makir, you know? But I also don't think that that's a universal judgment, you know? And I stay away from universal judgments like that because US is evolving past that. That's great. But how many fans do I have from the US that are still stuck in T4? Because, you know, it's great if some players move past that, but you're probably in the official Discord. You're probably playing with the guys that really want to push. My focus as a creator is to take care of everybody, which means that I also want to make sure that the people in the middle who may not be using the Discord or who may not be pushing the front line. And so, Makir, this is one of the things, like, I really like that you're contributing to the chat, but one thing I'll have to say is don't sound like an elitist asshole. That is one of the things that will turn people off video games really fast. This is the problem with a lot of people that are pushing the front line. Like, yes, you're great. You're a great gamer. And this is what has happened in other games, and it's also why my content has often done better than the content created by other people. Because, and I'll tell you this straight up, a lot of people don't realize that it's more important to take care of all players as a content creator than to only show the best results. You know, being the best is great, and I'm really happy for those that are doing really well. But as a content creator, I need to take care of 100% of the player base, which is why I like to have a lot of options. I also like to assess things on a more fair basis, because as good as, you know, some builds might seem when you play meta, when everybody knows what they're doing, like that is so awesome to see. And a lot of content creators like to present that kind of content, but it's not helpful to the majority of players that are still pushing or trying to come to grips with a higher, you know, difficulty level. Crafting is one of the things I'm waiting for before I focus on T5 as well. But even then, you know, T4 is generally my focus right now. No, definitely. And I understand that, Makir. But that's also why I'm saying a lot of people feel a particular way, but it can come off as very elitist, and that can actually turn people off games, which is why it's so important that for this community, I want everybody to be aware that, look, I understand that you might be great, I understand that you might play really well, but we are ultimately catering to everybody, and we must cater to everybody. My stream is going to be very different from all the other streams because I want everybody here to respect that, you know, we need to look after everybody who may not be at the same level. So although I will call out certain things, like maybe I feel that this guy isn't doing so well, I'll also explain the mistakes that they make, and also I will try and break down why certain things work and why certain things don't work. Because at the end of the day, the best of the best are awesome, but the 90% of the players are what I'm worried about, you know? So that is the way that I try and do things for me. I mean, listen, Daves, if that's working for you, you know, using the Cantrell Mark 12, go for it. I encourage people to play differently and to do things differently. And that's why, like, if something works really well, then I'm happy. I'm happy that it works really well, you know? The thing is, I'm trying to observe what different players are doing. And sometimes one of the problems is that, for example, Zealots in my region, they may admire the Zealots that are pushing T5 and doing really good damage, but then it may not be ideal for our particular region, you know? And that's kind of the problem. So that's also one of the issues that I have with people that showcase the highest level gameplay. Like, it's great that you're doing that, but if somebody imitates you and then they're not as prepared as you, then that's a problem as well, you know? Yeah, I like that about Fat Shark TwelveTables. I'm really happy to be working with them. Anyway, it is now time for me to end the stream, guys. We have really done very well today. I really must thank all of you. Thank you for all the kind donations as well. So big thanks to Yuno as well. I'm sorry that it took so long for me to get to the wrapping portion of this, but I'm gonna close off with one nice little wrap before we go. And thank you all very much for supporting this content. And I hope that I will continue to be useful to you guys as a Darktide partner. I know I'm not the best, but I will try to learn and understand. Like even things that you guys try and teach me on stream, I try and incorporate and learn. And hopefully, if I can showcase it a bit more, I would love to do that as I, you know, work with what I have and, you know, what I've got in this particular region. So big thank you to all of you. All right, you guys are fantastic, and honestly, one of the best audiences I could hope for, you know, and thank you for understanding and supporting the way that I do things, even if it might be a bit different for other streamers. So I appreciate that, you know, all of you guys, like, you know, come together and help me learn, you know, and thank you, Zenfire. I appreciate that. All right, let me finish off now with a nice little wrap. All right. Let me see, what do I have? Well, today's a day of freestyles, but let me see, which beat do I want? I need something wilder. Let me see. Oh, this guy's got something good. Let me try this. I never heard this beat before, but I'll try rap over it anyway. Alright, ladies and gents, I have to say a big thank you to everybody that's helped me get this far. Honestly, I would not be here cause y'all helped me set the bar for my content, and I'm gonna keep on pushing, no nonsense. So, it's major respect to everybody here. I gotta say thank you to all of you. You guys are the ones that push me high every single day, and I'm learning from all of you. Even though I can't be at your level, I know I'm gonna keep stepping up. So I'm gonna keep going until I touch the stars. So thank you, thank you, thank you. That's all I wanna say on this beat. Even if I never heard it before, the words are all in my head, and that's why I can rhyme on anything, bring it straight to the fore, just like my content, because this is opening a door. It's opening a new pathway for me to go ever higher. So all of you that have given me this opportunity are the ones that are raising me higher. Y'all are the reason that I do this every single day. I would not be who I am if I was not you, if I was not listening to my viewers, if I was not the same person that I am. Honestly, you guys are the ones that raise me up. Thank you for putting up with me, even though I might not be the same guy that I was a couple weeks ago. This is for my fans. I gotta say one thing. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to grow beyond dauntless. I recognize the fact that I may not have been the best in the past, but now I'm trying to move forward on a different path. So give me that chance. Let me show my appeal. And to all the people that have given me this, thank you so much. It's given me new steel inside of my soul. It's given me a new strength to move forward, and I hope this grows tenfold. We actually crossed 17,000 subscribers last night. I would never have done this if not for the opportunities that are brought to me from Darktide. So one last time for this community, I've just got one thing to say, all right? Thank you to all of you. Every single one of y'all. All right, thank you very much. I hope you guys have had a good time with me. I will learn more as I go on, so I will see you all tonight. I don't know if I'm gonna work on the Zealot tonight. I might actually, because I really want to do the video on all the Zealot feats, but I'll also try and edit a bit of footage for the GUN PSYKER and hopefully have that out by tomorrow. I'm also going to cover one of the new community updates, so that video will be out around 10 p.m. It'll actually be released while I'm streaming, but anyway, that one I'll cover later. Thank you. Seriously, thank you to all of you. You guys are amazing. Literally best crowd I could ever ask for, and I wouldn't ask for anyone else. All right, so I'll see you guys tonight, and hopefully I'll get a chance to work on the Zealot a bit more, because I also have a lot to learn about the other classes. Veteran Sharpshooter needs to come next week, and Ogryn after that. So I've got a lot of my work cut out for me, so thank you very much. And as for this build for the GUN PSYKER, I can certainly say that I want to work on it a lot more, but I'm going to do that after the Zealot, because the Zealot's going to be my next focus. The GUN PSYKER with Deflector is probably going to be the last build that I do for the Psyker for a while. Okay, and I'm going to work on other classes first and try to push that up a bit higher. Thank you all. I'll see you tonight, okay? Y'all stay happy.